The reading this morning is from Genesis 17, verses 1 through 8 and 15, 16. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to Abram and said to him, I am God Almighty. Walk before me and be blameless. And I will make my covenant between you and me, and will make you exceedingly numerous. Then Abram fell on his face, and God said to him, As for me, this is my covenant with you. You shall be the ancestor of a multitude of nations. No longer shall your name be Abram, but your name shall be Abraham. For I have made you the ancestor of a multitude of nations. I will make you exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of you, and kings shall come from you. I will establish my covenant between me and you and your offspring after you throughout their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be God to you and to your offspring after you. God said to Abraham, As for Sarai, your wife, you shall not call her Sarai, but Sarah shall be her name. I will bless her, and moreover, I will give you a son by her. I will bless her, and she shall give rise to nations. Kings of peoples shall come from her.
In this time of Lent, we are invited into reflection about how we show up in the world, how we interact with others, and how we build relationships, and how we live into a life that reflects the sacred. This reading that we just heard from Genesis is one of the foundational stories from our faith tradition, the story of God's promise to Abraham and Sarah. It is the story of God establishing relationship with our ancestors, a relationship that will never, ever end. It's a relationship based on mutuality and respect and great love, a story of promise and naming and blessing. As we remember and retell this story, we also remember that we are part of this covenant, that God is God and we are God's people, no matter who we are or what we are becoming, no matter our failings or our successes, no matter what others might call us, we are named beloved. We enter Lent with this as our foundation. We are already included in this promise. It's also an invitation to rededicate ourselves to the work of the sacred, to the work of right relations and better relationships, and walking peacefully and justly on the earth. We rest in the promise that God makes with us, that God is with us in this time and in our reflections and in our becoming and in our living into. We are not alone. Last week we heard the story of Noah and God's promise of love for all creation. We looked at the first teaching of the traditional grandfathers' teachings of love, and we added to our table a container for the smudge as a sign of Creator's promise. And today, we're going to hear several Indigenous voices as they reflect on respect and how we live into relationships built on that respect. And so during this time of reflection, we're going to have a reading, and then we'll have some time for just some quiet reflection, things that might be coming up in our heads after the reading, things that we want to reflect on in our own minds. And then Sandra will offer a song. And then we are going to repeat this flow 2 times. And so I will invite Tony, who is going to read our first reading.
first reading comes from the book One Drum by Richard Wagamese, a Cree writer who gave us many gifts before he left this world. He writes, "Respect is not something you earn. It is not something you aspire to or ask of others. It isn't your right or what you should expect from people. Respect in the Ojibwe world is the ability to honor all creation. It is something that you offer and something that you carry within you. The spiritual blessing of respect is harmony, and the spiritual byproduct is community. When you choose to honor all creation and in turn allow yourself to express it in your actions, you live respectfully. And because all things move in a circle, you will become respected. But it starts with the giving. It starts with the recognition that all things exist on the sacred breath of creation, and that because of that, we are all related, all kin, all essential to the ongoing energy, the eternal heartbeat, the one song on the one drum that is the story of our time here. When we choose to allow yourself to carry respect for all relations, you choose to allow yourself to honor creation and allow yourself to live honorably. Once you accomplish that, your life itself will have become a ceremony. And that in the point of the seven grandfather teachings, a ceremony is energy moving toward the goal of harmony. Respect and living respectfully is the act of bestowing honor on the process of living. It is the principle that makes the continuation of this great cycle of teachings possible. Without respect, without a sense of inherent value of all things, a spiritual journey becomes a directionless wandering. Let us take a moment. Invite our guest, Sandra Sutter, to perform Peaceful Nation.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm honored to be here with you and ecstatic and thrilled to get to play music with Ethan again. So this song that I'm going to share with you, it was written many years ago during a time when peace wasn't as prevalent as it is in Calgary today, in North America as it is today. And even as I say that, I don't know that I'm saying something that's true, how prevalent is peace. But according to that theme, I was thinking about my life and how we stand on the shoulders of the 7 generations before us and how we're responsible for the 7 generations to follow. And I remembered a time when I was a young girl and I was sitting on the bathroom sink looking at the reflections behind me in those 2 mirrors. I don't know if did any of you ever do that when you were kids? Look at all those reflections? And as I looked back and back and back and back, I saw one of my ancestors behind me. And that was a real thing and kind of a thing that you don't share often, but this is a safe space to share things. And so that's where some of this song came from. And the rest of it came from my connection to the land and the teachings that I've been given. And I hope you like it. When I face the morning sunrise, I give thanks for the water that brings me life. Help me, my brothers, to keep the water pure. Work with me, together we'll find a cure. Do you know that when you look at me, you see not only my history? Do you know that what you see in me is a reflection of our eternity? We are a peaceful nation. We are a peaceful nation. When I hear the voice that echoes in a cool mountain stream, I feel inside my Creator's dream. His voice is a tree swaying, soft in the wind. He's saying, peace will reign again. Do you know that when you look at me, you see not only my history? Do you know that what you see in me is a reflection of our eternity? We are a peaceful nation. We are a peaceful nation. My brother, he's looking for his father, creator. My sister, she's searching for her mother, earth mother. Do you know that what they feel inside is hunger? Have you seen the unfed beast show its anger? Condemnation is not the answer. Love my hungry brother. Feed my starving sister. Honor my father. Respect my mother. My brother, he's looking for his father, creator. My sister, she's searching for her mother, earth mother. Do you know that what they feel inside is hunger? Have you seen the unfed beast show its anger? We are a peaceful nation. Sing it with me. We are a peaceful nation. We are a peaceful nation. We are a peaceful nation. Thank you.
That mantra can be our mantra for the week, and maybe for the season, and maybe for eternity. We are a peaceful nation. Thank you. Our second reading this morning is called Add Coffee by Randy Woodley. Respect is not a very complex value. Respect means treating everything else in creation as if it matters, as if it's important. When it comes to other humans, to respect someone simply means to treat them the way I would want to be treated if I were in their situation. Respecting others does not require deep thought. It's simple. I don't want to go without food, so respect calls out to me to feed those who are hungry. I need warmth and shelter from the weather, so respect bids me to find shelter for the houseless. I like to stay clean and have decent-looking clothes on my back, so respect tells me to help provide these for others who need them. Respect especially applies to those who are different than me. We sometimes spend too much time fearing difference. Yet respect gives me the courage to approach those different from me and to understand their thoughts and ways and concerns. What I fear in others, they may fear in me. Fear of the unknown is natural, but it can easily be paralyzing. Rather than allowing our fears to overcome us and coax us into inaction, fear can serve a greater purpose in our lives. Fear can become a catalyst for courage. That sense of fear, of objecting to the idea of coming closer to the unknown, can also light the fuse to our bravery. Fear can move us out of hesitation and into the realm of daring. Isn't that what I would want others to do for me? I might even like for someone I don't know, someone very different than me, someone who makes me uncomfortable, to surprise me and invite me to share a cup of coffee or a meal. As we sip our coffee or eat our food, we would actually listen to each other. Now that's respect. Listen to someone you don't understand today. If possible, add coffee. With that image in our head, I'm going to place 2 coffee mugs on our table as a reminder of the foundation of respect, that we come to each table, each conversation, with the idea that we are there to share from one another, to listen and to learn. And so we're going to add our coffee mugs as we are invited into some quiet reflection and then a song.
How many times has a guitar been played in this room? How many times has a dream been born? How many seeds have been sown? How many hearts have flown? How many times will my guitar be played in this room? How many times has a woman cried in this room? How many times has a dream been born? How many seeds have been sown? How many hearts have flown? How many times will a woman cry in this room? I've been wondering how a woman gets to a place where she cannot see the beauty that lives inside of her, the beauty that her spirit breathes. I heard tonight a young woman say that she was less than I know her to be. And I wonder why we do that, why we paint with shades of ugly. How many times will a woman be born in this room? How many times has a dream been born? How many seeds have been sown? How many hearts have flown? How many times will a woman be born in this room? I don't want to change her, I just want her to see the love I feel from across the room when she's smiling back at me. This woman is your mother, this woman is your aunt. She's your daughter, your sister, your cousin, and it pains me when she can't see the beauty that is all that she is. Oh, she sparkles in the night like like a star that's almost ready to burst forth with creation's light. How many times will a dream